be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
Nature's Pickens.
The place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
Nature's Pickens.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Michelle Higbee from Nature's Pickens, located on 464 Connellsville Street in Uniontown. The phone number at the store is 724-438-4211. That's 724-438-4211. We are right directly next to the Dairy Queen. So if you decide to pop over and get an ice cream, pop over and check us out. We got a lot of things at the store that could benefit you. Nature's Pickens carries all kind of vitamins and minerals and herbs and liquid herbs, extracts and homeopathics and essential oils, which we're going to be talking about today. And then we carry some different foods as well. We got a lot of really good new foods like vegan, vegetarian meals, ground chicken, ground beef, vegetarian, vegan. They're all new by Abbott. And everybody that has tried them has absolutely raved about them. So if you're a vegan or a vegetarian and you're looking for some type of meat alternatives, come up and check out in the freezer section the Abbott frozen foods. They're meat alternatives. Also, plus we have, lots of different things in the store. We have some pet products, homeopathics for pets. If your pets are experiencing different things, we have some homeopathics that might help them, like with allergies or skin issues or nervousness. Like around 4th of July, we had a lot of people using pet CBD or the pet nervousness fear homeopathic by Newton's for their pets to help keep them calm during the fireworks, because a lot of animals do not like the fireworks. My neighbor, for example, his horses do not, so he uses homeopathic remedies to help keep his horses calm when people are setting off fireworks. So there are different things that is available for that uses as well. Getting back to the store, we give a senior citizens discount every day of the week. All you need to do is just let us know that you're 60 or older, and we give a senior citizens discount on everything but cell products, water, books, things that are discounted already. doTERRA essential oils are discounted already, so there's no 10% discount on those. But pretty much everything else is on the senior discount line. So once again, we are located on 464 Connellsville Street in Uniontown, right directly next to the Dairy Queen. Our phone number is 724-438-4211, and we are open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3. That's Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3. What do we have on sale this month? Well, we have Solgar is on a full line drive again. Solgar is being gracious enough to pass these discounts on to us, so I, of course, pass them on to you. So it's on full line drive again till the end of the month, so take advantage of that. Nordic has their Ultimate Omegas 120 size, 180 size on sale. I believe it's mostly the larger sizes are on sale this month. So check those out. Take advantage of that, because that's a really good discount and sale as well. Natural Factors and Solaray have different things on sale, like the Bone Complete. We try to keep it on sale. It's one of our most popular sellers. So we try to keep that on sale. It's on sale again by Solaray, and it is a complete bone formula. Has K2, vitamin D3, calcium, magnesium, everything in it that collagen that you need to help with rebuilding bones. So that's a really good formula. We also have vitamin C, magnesium glycinate is on sale this month. Also, Bluebonnet has their therapeutic lines on sale, like their blood pressure, their pain and inflammation, their urinary tract, their blood sugar, their liver detox. All of those fantastic formulas are on sale this month as well. And once again, as long as they give me the discounts for those, I pass those on to you. So take advantage of that. Stop up and check us out. And see all these different cells and all the new stuff we have. We did design our end caps a little differently now. All of the cell stuff on the grocery side, we have on one discount, on one end cap. So you want to have like shop through the store, which we do want you to shop through the store. But if you're looking for cells specifically, we have them on the front discount. We also have the other one is a lot of the new stuff. So a lot of times when you're shopping through a store, and any store, they'll get in new stuff. You really don't know it's new. So we wanted people to see all of the new stuff that has come in and is available to you. So that's the other end cap you'll see. And then the other two end caps have a lot of literature, which we encourage people to take the literature to educate yourselves with this literature on things that you may want to utilize in your daily regimen. So do that. Okay, so today is going to be just me. I don't have a guest on with me today. Last week I had Erica Engel on, and she was really good. And she talked about yoga and its history and how it works and what it does for the body, which was very interesting. And I hope that everyone took advantage of her website and checked her out at ericaengel.com. And then also where she works at Own Body, they're on Main Street across from United Bank. They had a little get-together last Friday. I hope some of you took advantage of that to see what they all have available and to meet Erica and some of the other yoga instructors that are there. Yoga is definitely one of those, I'm going to call it an exercise, but that is very good for the body. The stretching, the breathing techniques that you do with yoga, the meditating, all of those things, just help get the body better in a better state. So check out yoga, check out Erica's site. I think that it can benefit anybody and everybody. So check that out. But she and I touched on essential oils and aromatherapy. And so today I thought that I would go into it just a little bit deeper on specific things. So if you have it, but then again, if you have a question or a comment for me, 724-438-4593. I'm more than willing to try and answer it. If I can't, I definitely will get back to you on it. Just call the store and leave your name and telephone number, and I will research it if I can't answer it today. That's 724-438-4593. Essential oils are used in a treatment called aromatherapy. And what does aromatherapy mean? It means treatment using scents. And you get your scents from the essential oils. It refers to a particular branch of herbal treatment that use concentrated oils. That's what essential oils are. They are concentrated oils that comes from plants and flowers and spices and so forth. And these oils are concentrated and made into essential oils and to help to improve physical well-being, emotional well-being, and also to help to restore the balance of a person, to a person, actually. So, these oils, if you've ever come up to the store, we carry quite a few different lines. We carry doTERRA, we carry our Acacia, which I have carried for 40 years. doTERRA I've carried for, probably 10 years. It's a highly concentrated oil line. Also, I just started carrying another one. Their oils are extremely strong, like the oregano. I mean, wow, you can smell it through the box. They are a really good oil company. So, different ones do different things, of course. And that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about today is how can you use essential oils? There's different techniques. There's different measurements of how to use essential oils. For instance, massage is one way. Massage is nurturing. It can be therapeutic. And the rubbing action of the oil helps to release the fragrance of the oils. So then you're also getting the aromatherapy part of it. For example, I have a lot of people that use frankincense and myrrh, and they'll add ginger oil and blend it together in a carrier oil. Now, what is a carrier oil? A carrier oil can be different things. It can be almond oil, jojoba oil, avocado oil. Like Erica talked last week, some of these can be cooling, some of them can be warming, so it depends on which ones you use. But they will mix these three particular essential oils together to help with their neuropathy. And they get fantastic results. There's actually a company that makes a oil called frankincense and myrrh. And we sell a tremendous amount of that oil or that lotion. It's called a foot lotion for the inflammatory situation coming from the neuropathy or whatever. So they will use this and they will massage it into the foot, into the leg. I have one gentleman that massages it into his hand. He has neuropathy in both of his hands, so he massages it the whole way up to his elbow. I have one gentleman that has arthritic pain at our church, and he uses the frankincense and myrrh and massages it into his hands, and he tells everyone about how well it works and the benefits that he gets from it. So you can use different things to help the massage into the skin. If you go to a spa, they'll use different essential oils mixed with carrier oils to give you a massage. Some of them are, warming to help with relaxing the muscles, but also at the same time, you get the aromatherapy to help relax you because you're breathing in those essential oils. So there are different ways to use these oils. So massage is one. And it's very simple. You take a few of these drops of oils into a carrier oil and then massage it. Now, I'm not saying that everyone is unsensitive to essential oils. Sometimes you do have to test them to make sure that you're not sensitive to it, because everybody is prone possibly to something. So you always want to test to make sure that you're not. But I'll be honest with you, I think in 43 years that I've been at the store, I've had one person that had a problem with essential oil. And that's mainly because they applied it full strength, and you always want to dilute it. You do not want to apply it full strength. So make sure that you dilute it with one of these carrier oils. Another way that you can use it, another technique, is putting it in your bath. It's so funny if you see children's bath soap, the liquid like Johnson & Johnson, they started adding lavender to it because when you give your child a bath, they smell the lavender. It's very soothing. It's very relaxing. It gets them set up for sleep. So lavender has that, benefit to it. You'll find, they started adding lavender to everything really. Laundry detergents, conditioners, clothing conditioners, shampoos, different things like that. But it's because it has a relaxing modality to it. So, but you can add lavender to the bath. You can add, lots of other ones, to the bath to help give you a relaxing type bath where you breathe in those oils. Vaporizers or steaming type equipment like diffusers, you can use those. Like at the store, we carry a couple different diffusers that are made by doTERRA, and Arcacia has a real small one that you can put in your vehicle. And then with those, you just add a few drops into the water, and then it vaporizes and distills right out to give you those properties. Creams and lotions, shampoos, like I said, they're adding lavender to a lot of those. I was going to talk about rosemary later on. A lot of people will add rosemary to their shampoos. You can also gargle it. And mouthwashes like doTERRA makes a fantastic mouthwash that I love, that has clove in it and oregano in it, and some other essential oils that have great antibacterial properties to it, antiviral properties, to them. So that's one way that you can use essential oils also. And then, one of the other things is hot and cold, like compresses. Like I said, a lot of people will use, frankincense and myrrh. They'll make a hot compress, put it on, a joint or something that might be hurting. So you can use it that way, as well. Essential oils, are used for many different disorders. Last week, we mentioned about using an essential oil for anxiety. A lot of people today are, affected by anxiety. And so essential oils can be one of those things that can be used too. And, when you think about, according to the Illustrated Encyclopedia of Healing Remedies, anxiety is an element of a psychological disorder, including phobias, panic attacks, obsessive compulsive disorders, or post-traumatic stress disorder, or just the state of fear or apprehension, of a threat or a danger or a thought of this possible threat or danger can cause anxiety, situations. So when people deal with anxiety, they'll get dry mouth, they'll get sweaty palms, they'll get heart palpitations, they get a rapid heartbeat. Some people get real weak, they'll get headaches. There's just different symptoms that can happen when somebody is experiencing anxiety. And, it's a very plausible situation for a lot of people. They just don't know how to, cope with it. And I think that's where sometimes herbals come in to affect. Essential oils can help with aromatherapy. There's different nutritional aspects of anxiety that could possibly be of benefit as well. The B complex is one of the vitamins that is good to help to support the body, and the nervous system. So taking a good B complex or doing a good multiple vitamin that has a good B complex in it, giving your body the nutrition that it may be lacking. One of the issues that I find in a lot of people when they come up to the store and they're talking about and they experience anxiety, a lot of them are doing these high caffeine drinks. That's really something that if you experience these things, you kind of do want to avoid. High caffeine is not going to help your situation at all. So you need to avoid that. Eating a good diet is always a good thing to do when it comes to no matter what your disorder or just being healthy in general. You want to, try to avoid as much processed foods as you can, much sugar foods that you can. Don't eat a high sodium diet because these things are all going to affect your body in one way or another. Now, essential oil wise, bergamot is fantastic. If I have so many different people that are using bergamot or a blend, they'll blend bergamot and maybe petitgrains to it, or lavender, or all three, to help with anxiety situations. They can put it in a diffuser. I have a couple people that put it on like a little hanky type thing so they can smell it. It helps to calm them, helps to relax them. Bergamot, though, is a powerful antidepressant. It helps to promote joyousness, to be joyful. It's very uplifting. So, that might be something you might want to try if you're having anxiety issues. I have one gentleman that he has one of the aromatherapy diffusers for his car that he puts bergamot in it in his car. So, he smells it before he goes into work. If he's going on trips or whatever, it's in his car. So it gives him calming, relaxing. He really loves bergamot. He says it works very, very well for him. Petitgrain is another oil that can be blended with bergamot to help with stress, such as anxiety, nervous exhaustion, even insomnia. Petitgrain is very good for insomnia as well. Petitgrain has mild antidepressant properties. It can benefit someone that is having feelings of, being run down, mild depression, pessimism. Pettigreen's real good for that. And then, like I said, you can mix it with lavender. Everyone knows that lavender is very calming, very relaxing. So you can mix either one of those or all three, together to help if you're having a situation with anxiety. Clary sage is another one. A lot of people use clary sage. A small study from 2020, looked at the effects of clary sage and mood, and they found that clary sage helped to decrease both pulse rate and, help to balance mood in males and females. So that might be something that you may want to try. Lemon is such a fresh citrus scent. It's very uplifting. A lot of people like lemon because it does have that uplifting effect to it. Another study looked at using lemon, inhaling lemon oil to help reduce feelings of anxiety, and that it was noteworthy to show that it did help to relax, give them an uplifting look at situation. So there's different things that you can use for anxiety. Another problem that we have found, not found, but we have that people come into the store a lot with, and my son was actually one of these, is hair loss. Hair loss can be, either temporary or it can be permanent, like balding, alopecia. I know that a lot of you have heard us say on here, and then also probably just in conversation, that a lot of people are experiencing hair loss because of COVID. They actually call it COVID hair, that it affected the follicles and is causing, hair loss. It's normal for people to shed about 150, strands of hair a day. That's normal. It's not normal to get gobs of hair. So if you're, experiencing that, there may be things that could be influencing that situation. Maybe viral like COVID, maybe with men when the testosterone is, imbalanced. It could be a hereditary problem causing baldness, or that testosterone being out of balance could cause it in a male. The stress, anxiety, like we talked about before, can cause these things. There's different things that can cause hair loss. And sometimes you have to try and look and evaluate and figure out what is causing the hair loss, because maybe it's a combination of things that you may need to use. Maybe it's a deficiency. A lot of times, B vitamins, if it's a stress, anxiety, or you don't eat right. Maybe you don't take a good multivitamin. You just eat, kind of junky. So you're not getting those B vitamins. Those B vitamins are important for so many reasons, but like biotin, for example, is good for the hair. Folic acid is good for the hair. Choline and inositol, those are all good for the hair. Those are all B vitamins. So taking a good B complex could help with your hair loss. So we may need to look at what maybe started the hair loss. Was it a trauma? I've had people that had an injury and had surgery, and the trauma of that injury and the trauma of that surgery caused their body to react, and they started having hair loss. So, sometimes you just need to look at the situation and try and figure it out, what may be causing that. Different essential oils that you can use. There are, clary sage is one, cedarwood is one. Probably the most popular one is rosemary. A lot of people will utilize rosemary in their shampoos, in their conditioners, like I mentioned before, that can help with hair loss. You can also, drink 2 cups of rosemary, tea a day. It can help with the circulatory part. It's a fantastic antioxidant as well. So you could drink rosemary tea. You could drink sage tea. Sage tea is another one that can possibly help to stimulate hair growth. So you drink these teas internally. Aromatherapy, you want to add it, to your shampoos. And I would recommend probably adding it to one that is unfragranced, because I don't really know, some of these shampoos are very strong fragrant. So I don't know that you'd want to add rosemary oil or sage oil to something that's already, you might, I guess it's your choice, but add in a few drops of these oils, to your shampoos could possibly help. I know with my son, it helped tremendously. He was having like the male pattern baldness situation, and he started adding rosemary oil to his shampoos and his shampoo, and it helped tremendously. You can also take rosemary tea, and you can make the tea, and you can do a conditioning hair rinse with the rosemary. So that's another thing. And then you just rinse your hair with this tea, and a lot of people do that, and they get a very good benefit also from that. Dandruff, sometimes dandruff also coincides with it. I know with Dylan, he uses bath salts. He does a hair rinse type bath salt, and that helps tremendously with his dandruff, but also with the hair loss. Rosemary, once again, is recommended, with dandruff. They tell you to massage it into the scalp. But then again, like I said, you can do a rinse with it if you're having dandruff issues as well. The rosemary is definitely another one that can be utilized. Plus, like I said, look at doing a good B complex as well. Something else that a lot of people come into the store for, and that is acid reflux. A lot of people are on PPIs, and that's your choice. You can do that, but if you don't want to do those and you want to try something else that may help you, there are different things that you can use to try for acid reflux. And what is acid reflux? It's basically characterized by acid leaking back up from the stomach into the esophagus. And it can cause different issues, heartburn, inflamed esophagus, bad breath, belching, possibly pain. There's a lot of different things that could happen from acid reflux. And sometimes people don't even know they have acid reflux. But, there are things that you can do. First of all, nutrition-wise, eating smaller meals more frequently and avoid eating 3 to 4 hours before bed is one of the first things that you should consider doing. When you overload the stomach, that's a lot of food you're expecting your stomach to digest. So eating smaller meals, sometimes it causes less of a problem in the digestive area. Avoiding caffeine, spicy foods, rich and fatty foods, sometimes in some situations is the answer as well. I know my brother has acid reflux, and he can drink coffee and not have a problem, but if he eats spaghetti, he has a problem. So, it just depends on, I think, the person and what they're able to eat and not have an issue. So a food diary really helps in that area if, write down which you've been sensitive to. But then again, you might be sensitive one time and not the other. So, consider that. Smoking and alcohol intake definitely will affect acid reflux. So that might be something you might want to try to avoid so that you don't get those problems. Slippery elm is something that can help to ease acid, reflux. We have a really good homeopathic made by Boreon. It's called Reflux. And you chew a couple tablets before a meal. And boy, that stuff works fantastic. I've used it myself when, just eating like spaghetti or wings or something like that. Just irritates every once in a while. So, I'll just chew a couple of those before, and wow, it really works fantastic. So that might be something on the homeopathic side that you might want to try if you have, acid reflux problems. On the aromatherapy side, cardamom. Cardamom is a oil. It's a spice that is very sweet and warming, and brings energy to the body. It benefits the respiratory system, but also the digestive system, especially with someone that is experiencing indigestion or acid reflux. It blends really well with ginger, which is also utilized for digestive properties, and bergamot, because it has that calming, once again, property to it. Fennel, because it has that digestive property to it. Also, cardamom tea. I do have people that do a cardamom tea, and they say that it really helps with digestion as well. And something really crazy too, and I don't know that, but cucumber juice is really good for helping to ease heartburn. I don't know that any of you have ever heard that before, but it really is. I have different people that use that to help with heartburn, situations. So cardamom oil, you could use it as a carrier oil, or you could, just put it on something and smell it, put it in a diffuser, or get the tea, drink the tea, and help that way. Or like I said, try even the homeopathics, the reflux. That really works really, really, really well. So another issue that we have, that a lot of people come into the store, and of course, we have people come into the store every day with all different types of disorders and issues, and they're looking for something specific to help with those situations. And of course, that we're all at the store, we're not doctors. We don't claim to be. I've done this for 43 years now. We've been in business 45. I've done a lot of research, and I've read different journals and so forth. And there's so many things out there in the natural complementary alternative area that has been shown to help different situations. If you look at every other country in the world, Germany, Sweden, England, they still use a lot of homeopathics and herbals and essential oils and aromatherapy and so forth, in their treatments of disorders that are going on. So there's a lot of information out there, and I encourage people to utilize that information. But when you do look up things, look up research, because, if you look up company things, the companies are going to state things, and how factual are the things that they're stating. I'm not saying that they are or they aren't, but I particularly like when there is research in front of me. Now, I don't care if it's within the United States or it's international research. A lot of research comes from Japan and Germany and so forth. So I'm all for research that's being done on different things to help. So look at the different research and help yourself out. Don't take one person's opinion. Utilize, quite a few different, research studies or opinions to come up with your own conclusion of what maybe you want to utilize in your daily regimen for whatever's going on with you. But high blood pressure seems to always be a situation for a lot of people that come into the store. And where it's coming from, you need to work with your physicians to figure that out. A lot of times it is stress, anxiety, or it could be an actual physical problem that could be causing the blood pressure, to go up. It could be diabetes, it could be kidney disease, it could be a heart disease-related problem that's causing the blood pressure to elevate. So you definitely want to work with your physician to find out what is going on that's causing your blood pressure to be an issue. What can you do nutrition-wise? There's different things that you can do. First of all, eating a healthy diet is always number one. Exercise, getting some exercise is also good as well. Keeping the blood circulated, once again, depending on what's causing the blood pressure to begin with. In most situations, most physicians will recommend a low-salt diet, or a no-salt diet. Most times it's a low-salt, I believe. So, you want to watch, how much salt that you're eating. Now, I do know that a lot of people are looking at using Himalaya salt or Celtic salt or black salt as alternatives. That's because they have trace minerals in them as well. So you're not just getting sodium and iodine, you're actually getting some other nutrients as well. So that's why I personally use Himalaya salt. So that's why they're using those salts, so that they're getting more out of their salt. But that still doesn't mean you want to overdo it. So you want to make lifestyle changes, as well. Some of the essential oils that you possibly could use: bergamot, once again, because it's calming, relaxing. That is a wonderful essential oil, people. Bergamot is really good. Frankincense is another one that a lot of people use when it comes to high blood pressure, because it also has a very calming effect, to it. Lang lang. Lang lang comes from the trees of the Philippines and some of those other areas over there. But it means flower of flowers. And lang lang, smelling it, putting it in a diffuser, put it in your bath, put it in your massage oil, has been shown to help to reduce blood pressure. So that's some of the essential oils that you might want to try. Herbal wise, different people have used hawthorn berries. If you look up hawthorn berries, they're called the heart tonic. They have been shown to help to reduce blood pressure. So that might be something. Talk to your doctor. Ask them what they think. Do they know anything about it? If they don't, you may be educating them. But these are just some things. Yarrow, Yarrow. That's something else that has been shown to help. But when it comes to blood pressure, you got to kind of figure out what is causing the issue. That's why you want to have a one-on-one conversation with your physician so that you can figure out what may be causing these issues to begin with. Okay, so that's just some of the things that you can use essential oils for. I mean, there's a tremendous, listen, I got a whole book here of things that you can, herbal-wise, nutrition-wise, essential oil-wise, aromatherapy-wise, that you can utilize these things for in different disorders. And you're always welcome to look at this book if you come into the store. I have it available. You can't take it, but you're more than welcome to look at it. Simpler's Botanicals is a really good little book for aromatherapy as a guide for aromatherapy if you're interested in aromatherapy, so you can take advantage of that. Also, any questions, please just give us a call, 724-438-4211. That's 724-438-4211. Or come visit us up on 464 Connellsville Street in Uniontown. We're right directly next to the Dairy Queen. And check out our beautiful flowers out front of the store. They look like bouquets. They're just beautiful. Have a great day. Thank you for listening, and talk to you next week.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Michael Wallace. ICE is getting access to the personal information of all 79 million people enrolled in Medicaid. CBS's Linda Kenyon is at the White House.
An agreement between the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services and the Department of Homeland Security now allows direct